Good afternoon. This is Keith Brown in Moultrie, Georgia with some cash commodity commentary for Friday. We made it to Friday. Seemed like a long week, even though we did have a holiday break in the middle of the week with the July 4th. Basically, today we had poor exports and some profit taking. So let's get right to it. Cotton, very impressed with cotton. Cotton had very poor exports. We had a jobs data number that showed the jobs weren't nearly as created as much as they thought. As a matter of fact, this month marks the 41st month that the unemployment rate is above 8%. So that shows me that the demand for textile goods in this country may take a second seat to that of food and gasoline, although gasoline was down today too. Over in the grain markets, the jet stream's taking a little dip, and it looks like we're going to see some moderating temperatures as we come into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of next week. Those areas that have been up in the hundreds will quickly drop down into the mid-80s, and that was enough to get a little bit of a break on the corn, on the grain markets. So the corn was down. September corn was $6.95, down 13. Wheat down 25. Beans also down 20. As wild as it's been, you cannot say that the grain markets are over with, but we might be hitting a moment here that we may back off just to see what yield damage is done. Of course, on the Monday's crop condition number should show a worsening condition for the grains, but a lot of that has been dialed in. Corn demand has seen some destruction. We know that ethanol production is off, and today's export numbers for corn showed a marketing year low for corn sales for last week. So we're seeing that demand destruction. We also have a very strong dollar. So clearly the corn market, the grain markets in general, are up on a wing and prayer of this drought. So at some point in time, this thing will end. And I assure you, given our 30-year experience in watching markets, the markets will peak and it will still be bullish. The weather will still be hot and dry, and yet the market will not go up. So kind of watch for that. We are really suggesting to clients and to think about next year's crop. We got September corn next year at 636, July wheat next year at 820, November beans next year right at $13. Those are all very good levels, and as we go up and maybe make some more highs on this 2012 year, producers should be looking at those cash markets and taking some type of action out there. If you call us, we'll be glad to maybe help you develop some type of marketing strategy. The fuels today right back down again, because the dollar is up, and the dollar is up because everybody else is in such bad economic shape. So, and I guess that's okay for now. We need cheap fuel, but it's somewhere down here. We will make a low in this fuel, and we want to apprise you of that so we can get some cash coverage on diesel fuel as we go into fall harvest. So, we're finally made it to Friday, and that's okay. We'll be here next week with some more assessment. If you want to check out our cotton letter, please get on the website here and give it a look. See, call us up. And if you're interested in some consulting services, we'll be glad to talk to you about that. Have a nice weekend.